Hello everyone, welcome back to another screencast. This is on triangles, and it's just the names of the basic triangles that we should know. I think if you don't know, you'll know in the next 5 or so minutes. It's a really short one, so sit back, relax and enjoy, hopefully, a nice quick homework. First up, let's have a look at what a triangle is. A triangle is a polygon with 3 edges and 3 vertices. It is one of the basic shapes in geometry. It's from Wikipedia. In other words, a triangle is a 3-sided shape. And here goes some examples down below. We're going to go through each of them step by step so that you know all the properties and what we can take from those properties. So what is a triangle? It's a 3-sided shape. Here are the examples. Now, one of the most important sort of properties of all triangles is that they're interior angles. Okay, so this one here, and this one here. If we add them together, we get 180 degrees. This is the same for all 3-sided shapes. They all equal interior angles, all equals 180 degrees. So all of these, 180 degrees for each of them. That is one of the key things that as we go through these, remember that. And lots and lots of problems in maths, foundation maths, higher maths come with interior angle type questions. So let's go through each one in its sort of brief form. So this one is called a right angle triangle. It's called a right angle triangle because we've got a right angle here. Now often, or most times in exams, they do not write 90 degrees here. You have to look at that square and say, okay, that's 90 degrees. I can move on. I know that information. Just bear that in mind, because if they give you, let's say, they don't write that one, but they might write up above here. This is like, let's say 50 degrees, find angle X, then you would be able to say, well, 50 plus 90, take away from 180. All right. Just remember that as we go through. Little things there will make us, really, really good at answering these questions. So the next one is an isosceles triangle. And what that means is that both of these lengths here are the same, and they'll be symbolized by these little dashes here. What that means, and sorry for the noise, is that the base angles will be the same. So let's say that this one here was 50 degrees. It means that this one here will also be 50 degrees. Or it could be anything, anything that they put, make sure it matches on the other side. All right, so that is really important when we answer those other questions. Right, moving on to the last, no, it's not the last one, it's the second to last one. We have an equilateral triangle, and what that means is that all the lengths of the side are the same, and that means that all the interior angles will be the same. So if we take that, we should know that they all add up to 180. So if we divide them by 3, so we have an angle here, an angle here, an angle here, we end up with 60. So if we have an equilateral triangle, the angles will always be 60 degrees, because 60 plus 60 plus 60 equals 180. All right, you'll know that from those little dashes, so look out for those dashes. And the last one, we've got a scalene triangle, which means that all of those interior angles will be slightly different. All right, so just remember that as well. They'll all be slightly different from each other, so make sure none of those angles match. Now we're going to use that information in future screencasts to help us answer a whole load of questions. But for your quiz, all you have to do is label the triangles with the correct names, because all of these names are out of whack. So you have to draw it and label them with the correct name. So pause the video, give it a go, and see if you're right when you come back. Here we go. Here goes the answers. Brilliant. First one is an isosceles triangle. 2 of the sides are the same. You can tell that by the dash. Right angle triangle. Hopefully you all got that one. Equilateral triangle. Some people confuse the two, but all the lengths are the same. You can see that from the 3 dashes. And last one is a scalene triangle, because all the angles are slightly different. All the lengths of the sides are slightly different. Hopefully that helps. I'm sure you've absolutely smashed it today. If you haven't, go back and watch the video again. If you have, go and write that wonderful revision card that'll help you in future. But until then, and hopefully you've done awesome today, you're loving maths a little bit more. It's been a pleasure helping you today.